So, how many people remember the Arrive Canada application? Well, Pierre Poilievre calls it the Arrive scam. He says the application was used to siphon money. I'm paraphrasing right now. And it didn't do a lot to help, especially during the pandemic. Let me know if you agree with that. But in this video, we're going to be checking out why he thinks that and if his argument actually holds water. Let's get to it.
Worth the cost and not worth the corruption. After 8 years, Justin Trudeau has doubled housing costs. He's doubled the rent, doubled mortgage payments, doubled the needed down payment for the average home. After 8 years of Trudeau, you now have to save 25 years for a down payment on a home in Toronto, when you used to be able to pay off an entire mortgage in that time. After 8 years, young women wonder if they'll ever be able to have kids because they're stuck in their parents' basements until their early 40s, when under the previous government, the average age of buying a home was 29. After 8 years of Justin Trudeau, criminal defense lawyers tell us that their convict clients are asking to stay in jail so they don't have to go out and find a place to rent.
I saw this. This is scary. People want to stay in jail because they don't want to go pay rent. Can you imagine that? How can you even fathom that? People want to stay in jail because they don't want to pay rent. Canada. Canada is a beautiful place. We can't keep letting this happen.
Because prison is better than Justin Trudeau's housing market. After 8 years of Trudeau, a record-smashing 2 million people line up at food banks every single month in scenes that are reminiscent of the Great Depression. After 8 years of Trudeau, there are now 30 homeless encampments in Halifax alone. Some scenes that were unimaginable only 8 years ago. After 8 years of Trudeau, violent crime has exploded by 40% at least, and growing quickly. We see a record-smashing increase in extortions and other serious crimes. And after 8 years of Justin Trudeau, while you can't pay your bills, where you can't afford a home, he's taken 60 million of your tax dollars and given it to a corrupt app, Arrive scam, that doesn't work, that we didn't need, and that went 750 times over budget. Think of that the next time you go to the grocery store and you look at the cost of the food and that bill is too high for you to pay. Think of it the next time you look at his carbon tax, which he's quadrupling, on your heating bill, and you wonder if you'll be able to keep the heat on for the rest of the winter. He took 60 million of your dollars and put it into this Arrive scam. Think of that when you see homeless people who can't afford a place to live, that Justin Trudeau took their money for this Arrive scam app. Common sense conservatives told him not to do Arrive scam, but he went ahead anyway. What were the results of that decision? Well, we now know the results. Arrive scam costs at least $60 million, 750 times over budget. 12 million could be unrelated to Arrivecan altogether, even though it was paid out for that purpose. Money given to GC Strategies, we were told it was 9 million, then it became 13 million, and now they say it was 19 million. 18% of the invoices were submitted by contractors who lacked information to determine if expenses were related to Arrivecan.
18%.
GC strategists were involved in writing the requirements for the very contract that they would win and profit from. Initial documentation leading to GC Strategies' first $2.3 million contract is missing. Average per diem costs, this is per person per day, were $1,900, far higher than the normal and still exorbitant $675 per person per day the Trudeau government normally throws out the window. 10,000 travelers were wrongly quarantined by Trudeau's Arrive scam app. Single mothers.
10,000. Oh my goodness.
Who couldn't go to work because they got notice that they had to be quarantined. They weren't able to pay for their children's food because their wage was canceled by an app that locked them in their home, unable to work, and wrongly and unjustifiably so. No evidence to show CBSA employees complied with the code of conduct. In fact, They were invited to whiskey tasting and other luxurious treats from the very contractors that they were paying your money to. And page 18, some subcontractors did not have the property security clearances, so Trudeau put your private information at risk. While Trudeau says he doesn't have enough money to scan those shipping containers that are taking your car that's been stolen and sending it off to the rest of the world, the very same department that is responsible for our borders and our ports took $60 million or more for the Arrive scam. More proof. But after 8 years, Trudeau's not worth the cost, he's not worth the crime, he's not worth the corruption. That's why we need a common sense conservative government.
But yeah, what kind of app would you be building to need $60 million? I mean, you can try to make the argument that if you're building an app for a nation, you need a big server, database, whatever. But $60 million, my guy. Canada is also a nation that I think at the time was like 30-something million people. So it's not like you need $60 million for that app. That's crazy. I don't know, maybe they can justify it. I'd like to hear Justin Trudeau respond to how this money was spent. Maybe he can justify it, but this is the part I'm hearing right now.
That will slash the waste and end the corruption. That will respect your tax dollars. We will cap spending and cut waste to balance the budget and bring down inflation and interest rates. We will axe the carbon tax to lower your food, gas, and heating bills. We will lower income tax so hard work pays off again. We'll clear away the bureaucracy and taxes to build more homes. We'll bring jail and not bail for repeat violent offenders. And we will secure our borders, including our ports, to keep the drug dealers and smugglers from bringing drugs in and car thieves from taking your vehicles out. We will restore the common sense of the common people, united for our common home, with a clear agenda to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime, axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime. It's common sense. Let's bring it home.
Why did your party want to grant over $100 million in regulatory relief to the mainstream media?
We don't want to give any tax dollars to the mainstream media. Our belief is that the mainstream media and all...
Your party's decision to grant regulatory relief?
So I'll answer your question. The media that is bought and paid for, where are you from, by the way? Which outlet are you in? Which outlet? Which outlet?
Canadian Press.
Ah, okay, Canadian Press. So you're talking about tax dollars for media. Isn't CBC your biggest? Isn't no? I can answer. Yeah, and you want to answer?
Why does your party want to grant $100 million in regulatory relief to the mainstream media?
When would you like me to respond? Okay, good. Okay, great. So, of course, you are a tax-funded media outlet and spreading Justin Trudeau's message.
Why did you
so you're interrupting me again. You're interrupting me again. I am answering the question.
Do you regret granting $100 million in regulatory relief to the mainstream media, including
Your question
Bell?
is false. So if you can allow me to correct your falsehoods, then we can answer the question directly. So, false. Canadian Conservatives do not believe in giving tax dollars to media outlets. That's Justin Trudeau. That's Justin Trudeau. That's Justin Trudeau. Okay, if you don't want me to answer the question, I'll move on to someone else. You're a tax-funded mouthpiece to the PMO. That's the reality. So.
Question answered. You committed.
I'm trying to.
Basically saying it's the left-wing media who let the right-wing talk.
But you're heckling. Are you going to let me answer the question, or are you just going to
Let's
heckle
hear
on
him.
behalf of Justin Trudeau? Which is it?
I would love the answer.
Great. So our party does not support tax dollars for media outlets, because that's when we end up with biased media like you, who come here and articulate the PMO talking points rather than delivering real news to the Canadian people. Justin Trudeau gave Bell Media and other media tax dollars supposedly to protect media jobs. And then what happened? They all got laid off. So that the supposed justification for giving Bell all this money was that it was going to save media jobs. Well, they all got fired. So I guess that wasn't the real reason for giving tax dollars to the media. The real reason was for him to buy support from the media, which is what it actually did.
But the Conservative asked for $100 million for the media. I think that's the point she really wants to know. Because he's speaking about Justin Trudeau now. We also want to know about your party. Did you do that too?
So we believe that media should be driven by readership, viewership, and listenership, and that's what allows it to represent the Canadian people rather than taking marching orders from the PMO.
Monsieur Poilievre, la vérificatrice générale ne mentionne nulle part dans son rapport qu'il y a eu de la corruption. Sur quelle preuve est-ce que vous vous basez pour dire qu'il y a eu corruption avec Arrivecan? Elle n'utilise pas le mot corruption, vous l'utilisez. Sur quelle preuve est-ce que vous vous basez?
Je vais vous donner les exemples.
Non, mais vous les avez déjà lus, mais ça, la vérificatrice générale ne va pas jusqu'à dire que c'est de la corruption.
Parce que moi, je crois que c'est la corruption. Pourquoi? Parce que, premièrement, on a dit que c'était 40 000 qu'on allait coûter. Excuse. Ça coûtait 60 millions de dollars, 750 fois plus élevé. 60.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to end the video right there. No disrespect, but I'll put the link to the full one in the description in case you want to go check it out. I don't understand. That's just the primary reason. My French is very rusty. I learned it to pass exam in high school. Anyways, let me know what you think about this video. If there's anything you want to add, correct, critique. If you believe every accusation he's thrown on the the left wing and you want to correct it, feel free to do so. But if you think everything he said is right and you want to shed more light on what he said, feel free to let me know in the comment section. Particularly, I think spending $60 million on an app, it better be Amazon. I'm just saying, like, if you're spending that much money on an app, it has to be something big. And Arrivecan app, I don't think it was that. Yeah, I kind of like doubt it a little bit. I don't know what went into it, but $60 million was a lot. I think it was a lot. And also the car theft in Canada is becoming very exponential. Everybody's talking about it now. So something needs to be done. Also, housing crises. I've spoken multiple times about that in this channel. Housing is wild. When I came to Canada for school, it was about $1,600, $1,800. That was in 2018. And then I couldn't even afford it. Now it's $2,500, $2,600. What do you want me to do now? Move out, live in the streets? I don't know. Anyways, it's the end of this one. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, share your thoughts once again, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.